lakes that appear from nowhere, others that disappear and then reappear, a lake that is full of toxic waste, and another that is full of sharks. Here are the 6 most mysterious lakes in the world. Know before you go! Number 1. Lake Nicaragua. If you went for a swim in a freshwater lake, what would be the last thing you'd expect to see? How about sharks and sawfish? Well, if you don't want to see these fish when you're out for a swim, don't visit Lake Nicaragua. Scientists originally thought that the species of shark found there were indigenous to the lake, and they even named the shark the Nicaragua Shark. They thought that maybe they were trapped in the lake after flooding or some other activity. This was because even though Lake Nicaragua is approximately 19 miles away from the Pacific Ocean, there are no actual rivers or underground caverns that connect the two, and therefore nowhere for the shark to come from. However, they later found that the sharks were actually bull sharks, and bull sharks are known for appearing in both saltwater and freshwater, and so they decided to attach GPS trackers to some of them to see where they went. Imagine their surprise when their tagged bull sharks appeared in the Caribbean Ocean more than 180 miles away. Further tagging and tracking revealed that sharks were actually swimming 120 miles up the San Juan River, much like salmon do, to reach the lake, where they would mate and raise their offspring in a kind of freshwater nursery, safe from saltwater predators. Number 2. Lost Lake, Oregon. Oregon has a lake that disappears around the middle of spring and reappears in autumn. There are in fact 2 lost lakes in Oregon, one located in the Willamette National Forest near the small town of Sisters, and another in the Mount Hood National Forest. Many visitors confuse the two and visit the one in the Mount Hood only to find that the lake doesn't disappear at all. If you want to see the disappearing lake, you need to visit the one in Willamette. The lake is full and beautiful in the winter months, but come spring the water disappears. This isn't actually the mystery of this lake. It is known that the lake bed has lava tube drain holes that were formed by volcanic activity around 1000 BC. During the colder months of the year, the amount of water flowing into the lake exceeds the amount the drain holes swallow, and so the lake fills up. During the water months, the flow into the lake is reduced, and so the lake empties. The real mystery of the lake is, where does the water actually go? If you're enjoying this video, please quickly click the like button. Number 3. Lake Kaddy. This 1,300-foot lake in Kazakhstan was formed after an earthquake in 1911, which formed a natural dam which was then filled by the mountain stream. It has an eerie green tone to the water that changes to a bluish color depending on the time of year. The mysterious thing about this lake is the birch trees that were in the area when it flooded in 1911 are still there today, above the waterline. They are stripped of all greenery and protrude the lake's surface like masts from sunken ships, but beneath the waterline they appear to be full of life. The image is a little haunting, and even more so if you happen to see a trout swim through their branches. Lake Katwe. The Katwe craters are a series of craters that appear in the Queen Elizabeth National Park in Uganda. These craters were formed by volcanic activity, superheated gas and steam ignited so explosively that, unlike traditional volcanoes, debris wasn't deposited around the vent, but expelled far and wide. Lake Katwe, the largest of all the craters, was formed when, after the volcanic explosion, various inlets began to fill the crater with water. Although Lake Katwe has various inlets and has no outlet other than evaporation, this has led to the water becoming incredibly salty. Add to this the sulfuric gas that still escapes the grounds around the lake, and you have a truly inhospitable place. Salt miners have built a system of pans around the exterior of the crater. Here the water evaporates and leaves behind the precious sodium chloride that the miners seek. However, working in such a harsh climate has caused much illness, infertility and even death. Number 5. Lactegafasa. Lactegafasa suddenly appeared in 2014, also known as the mysterious lake because no one knows when or how it appeared. But when you live in a desert and there's a drought and an oasis suddenly appears, you take advantage of it. Hundreds of people rushed to the lake to dive in and swim and cool off, and it quickly became something of a holiday resort. Just 2 weeks after its appearance, its turquoise blue waters began to turn green with algae. This indicated that the lake had no freshwater inlet and therefore was stagnant water which could carry disease and parasites. In addition to this, geologists have confirmed that the area around the lake contains deposits of phosphates which could release carcinogenic radioactive waste into the water, and so people have been banned from bathing until proper testing and analyzing can be conducted. Number 6. Lake Montenemes. A group of Instagrammers found this beautiful lake in Galicia, Spain. Its incredibly intense turquoise blue waters, like many an Instagram post, seemed too good to be true, and it seems they were. The water of the Lake Montenemes is actually highly toxic, a product of tungsten mining during World War I. The Instagrammers that chose to swim in the lake, despite signs prohibiting it, became ill. Some came out in rashes that lasted weeks, others had severe cases of vomiting and diarrhea, and a few even had to be hospitalized for damage to their skin and digestive system. Although this lake is a horrific reminder of how much damage the human race can cause to our planet, it is also a great visual metaphor for Instagram. Just because something looks nice doesn't mean it's not toxic. Which lake surprised you the most? Please let us know in the comments below.